Je sais Marie. Je connais comment parler français. Oh, why is it always so difficult? I just want to say I know in French. Relax, you're not alone. This mix-up is super common, but in just a few minutes you will finally know when to use each one. C'est parti! First, let's quickly go over how to conjugate savoir in the present tense. Savoir is an irregular verb, so its forms must be memorized. Here are the present tense conjugations. Je sais. Tu sais. Il, elle, on sait. Nous savons. Vous savez. Ils, elles savent. Now that you know how to say savoir, let's see when to use it. Use savoir when you're talking about information or knowledge, things you can explain or answer with the who, what, where, when, and why. So if you have those enumerated words, remember you can put savoir before them. For example, je sais où il habite. Ils savent que tu es prof. Tu sais pourquoi il est fâché. Second, we also use savoir when we are talking about skills or abilities, things we know how to do. For example, je sais nager, like I know how to swim. Elle sait jouer du piano. Est-ce que vous savez cuisiner? If this video helps you, hit like and subscribe. It supports my channel and helps me keep making clear, simple French videos just for you. Next up is connaître, which is also an irregular verb. Here is how to conjugate connaître in the present tense. Je connais, tu connais, il, elle, on connaît. Note that the verb connaît traditionally spelled with a circumflex, like this. Nous connaissons, vous connaissez, il, elle connaissent. Overall, connaître is easier to conjugate than savoir because it follows a more regular pattern. Now, when should we use connaître? Watch next part. Use connaître when talking about being familiar or acquainted with people, places, or things. Think of connaître as meaning to know personally or to be familiar with. It is always followed by a noun, a person, place, or thing, never by an infinitive or clause. Here are a few simple usage rules and examples. Number 1. Use connaître for people you know personally. Je connais Marie. I'm acquainted with Mary. Number 2. Use connaître for places you are familiar with. Il connaît bien Paris. He is familiar with the city. Number 3. Use connaître for things like works of art, literature, or areas of knowledge that one is familiar with. For example, nous connaissons ce film. We have seen this movie or we are familiar with it. Tu connais cette chanson? Have you heard the song before? Important to remember, connaître always needs an object. You cannot say je connais by itself. A French speaker would wait for you to finish. Je connais qui, quoi? On the other hand, as mentioned earlier, savoir can stand alone or be followed by verbs or clauses. So you can say je sais or je ne sais pas. Ready to test your skills? Let's do a quick practice. Decide whether savoir or connaître fits in each sentence. Conjugate it for the context. Try to answer before we reveal it. Nous savons or connaissons parler français. Nous savons parler français. Savoir we use here for a skill, knowing how to do something. Plus, savons is followed by a verb, parler. Tu connais or sais le professeur de maths. Tu connais le professeur de maths. We use verb connaître here because we are familiar with a person. Elles connaissent or savent où tu habites. Elles savent où tu habites. We use here savoir for knowing a fact or information, with the clause où tu habites. Félicitations! Now you know the difference between savoir and connaître. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to check out this video about common French weather expressions like il fait beau, il y a du vent, etc. and how they differ from English structures. If you are curious about all the tricky French grammar points, there are other videos that I've prepared for you, like usage of definite articles, le, la, les, or common French verbs like être and avoir in certain expressions. Don't hesitate to watch them now. À bientôt! Ciao!